Ragazzi, ragazzi, finalmente, finally.
Hello. Hi.
Allora,
Hello.
where is
Hello, hello, hello.
Costantino? Where's Costantino?
Hey, where is Constantino and what is this Harald written then?
Harald, who is Harald?
Harald. I mean.
Harald!
Oh, oh, no, no. It was just a bot. It's just a bot. Yeah.
Oh my God,
We
oh my
know.
God.
We know that you are not Harald. You cannot fake us.
You
It, to prove that you are Harald, undress yourself.
Well, how would you know?
because we know your moles.
Oh, I thought something else.
So first of all, welcome to everybody. We have many people joining. Costantino,
Amore,
Amore, you were a little bit late. We were a little bit concerned about you.
I was late because I just arrived from the airport.
Wonderful, wonderful. But
Wonderful.
so first of all, welcome everybody. This is episode 1 of the 5th season of Dermoscopy Happy Hour. Can you imagine?
It's
Eh, we
incredible. It's so
It's
nice to be
great.
back, actually. Harold,
Yeah.
how are
and
you?
yeah, we will introduce Harald in a moment because for the 5th season we let's say decided to have a guest, let's say a star, a guest star, in
Well,
our
and
episode.
Harold is a guest star.
Guest star, yeah. And therefore we wanted to start with the best guest star we can get. Not only a guest, also a star and a best friend. Uh, let me tell you just a recap of the last 48 hours. We were supposed to be in London together with Emilio and Costantino, but Emilio got sick. He doesn't look so sick,
You
right?
look very good, actually.
Yeah.
He looks great.
I can show online my thorax CT,
Yes.
which I realized that you already showed publicly in the
Yes.
Yes,
file.
We
everyone has seen your
shared,
lungs.
we shared your lungs.
So I
And
can also show it online because
yeah,
yeah, it's not a nice city.
By the
yeah,
way, Emilio's has the name the boss. Like
the boss, the boss, the
What?
boss.
you
Yeah,
appear
I did this.
on Zoom
I
as
did
Oh
the
this.
my
boss.
God! Oh my God!
and
I don't know
and
who did this.
Sebi, of course. But Sebi, please change my name. My name is Konstantinos. Never ever call me Kostas. I hate it.
Okay.
Perfetto, capito?
Yeah.
Costantino. By the way, so Emilio was sick, so Costantino was supposed to come to London just to enjoy Christmas time in London
And give one talk.
and having fun, maybe yeah, sharing with us a little bit and so on. And then he had to prepare for the entire night all the talks of Emilio.
No, but
Very funny.
it went
But
really well. We had
it went very
great.
well. I mean, Costantino was a
Yeah.
superstar.
I
Really.
was
Yeah.
standing next to Jeppy. I can never be
Yeah,
a superstar. But
it was
oh yeah,
marvelous. It
it
was
was fun. It was
marvelous.
fun.
So
But
Harald, how are you? How are you, Harald?
one quick question
Yeah,
before
sure.
we go to Harold. Does everyone have his drink?
Oh, not yet. Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Not yet.
Shit.
We'll- uh,
Shit.
Harold,
Come on.
what? Coffee?
Just a moment. Just a
Mm,
moment. Just a
This is
Yeah.
moment.
Like,
this
how
is
do we
happy
start
hour,
the happy
Harold.
hour without a drink?
I just got up.
Harold, it's so nice to see you, man.
Nice to
Haven't
see you
seen you in a
too.
while.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers to
Cheers.
everyone.
So how are you feeling, Emilios,
Cheers.
right now?
Cheers. Cheers.
Are you okay?
Cheers.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Cheers.
good.
Cheers.
Emilio, it's up to you to say hello to everybody.
I was about to do it, starting from, okay, here we are. Greece, Spain, Sicily, Canada, Wrocław, that's Poland, Lima, Peru, Greece, Morocco, Madrid, Serbia, Romania, Canada, Beirut, Turkey, Armenia, Jerusalem, Azerbaijan, New Zealand, hello, Senegal, Germany, Slovakia, and that's UK, Argentina, Monaco, Verona, and Morocco, and Ecuador, and I mean, from everywhere on this planet. Hi, guys. Russia, Reggio Emilia, USA,
Estonia.
Portugal, South Africa. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Wow, so
It's
nice.
really from everywhere, all over the
Catania.
planet. Hi, guys. I mean, yeah, we missed you a lot, and that's why we are here back again in the
Yes.
fifth season of the Happy Hour.
Yeah.
It's so great. And we start, as the guy said already, we start this new season with a surprise for you, which is Harald, of course. The concept is that we're gonna have a guest this time in each episode to share our thoughts on the topic that we're gonna discuss. The test episode is with Harald. I mean, we wanted to have a safe test, that's why.
A safe test. But and before getting into technical details, the idea is to ask Harald a few initial questions, just 4 or 5, which are not only related to technical issues, but mainly to personal issues, Harald. Very personal.
Okay,
Yeah. Are you
exciting.
ready?
So,
Are you ready? Are you ready?
am I allowed to lie?
Well, but you have to lie efficiently.
Yeah,
Okay.
convincingly.
Well, no, it's true. It's true. It's we want to make just a small interview with you.
Excellent.
So who starts? Who starts? We just we are
Ladies
just
first.
ladies
Ladies
first.
Ladies.
Ladies first. Nisa.
I'm not ready for a question. Maybe JP, you
Okay.
can ask before me.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm ready for a question. I'm ready for a question.
Okay.
Harald, we know you very well. Of course, as a dermatologist, as a dermatopathologist, as an expert, especially in the field of dermato-oncology. But I will not ask you anything about it. I will ask you from a personal or also professional point of view. Tell me one thing that you would like that you didn't do in your life, and one thing that you don't want to do it anymore in your life. So something you didn't do and you want to do, and something you did but you regret and you don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, that's a tough one. So I start with what I did and what I enjoyed.
Okay.
So, well, writing and reading books, this is what I enjoy, and doing dermatoscopy, of course. So what I don't enjoy so much is reading slides, and I hope I can stop it someday. So, and especially I hate to read slides of difficult melanocytic lesions because sometimes I wonder what is it, and the slide doesn't talk back to me, and then I have to state something like I don't know, and I hate if I don't know. So I'm often putting myself in a situation where I don't know, but I don't. I hate the situation.
Okay, very good. So
I'm sure you did very eloquently. I don't know, but in a very nice, eloquent way. It could be this, it could be that.
But the good news for you is that this problem has been solved by the new WHO classification.
Of course.
Yes,
Yes.
So
yes,
now, when you don't know, you have a very easy solution that we will discuss in a moment.
yes. We will
Before,
discuss it.
I want to add something to Cheppy's question. What I don't want to do anymore, I've been on the panel of the WHO classification of the fifth edition. I won't do this anymore
Mm,
because they just no, it's not very satisfying, and they fight a lot. At least in the squamous cell carcinoma chapter, I don't know how it is in the melanocytic chapter,
mhm.
and I realized how this, let's say, these these things arrive at the end, and I think that is some kind of displeasure I have with this kind of discussion. And finally, it's always a compromise, and the compromise is not always the best of all worlds, it's the worst of all worlds sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So you mean that in this kind of discussions, personalities prevail, not too much the evidence, but the personality, right? Is that what you want to like to say?
Yeah, sometimes the loudest wins,
Mm,
the
mm,
strongest wins, and
yeah,
those with the best lobby wins. And it's not always science that wins, or at least
yeah,
evidence. That's
yeah,
but it's not related to the WHO. It's everywhere the same. So, but it's a kind of Bible for us,
yeah,
so it's
yeah, yeah.
important.
Okay, so clinical dermatology, more and more dermatopathology, less, a little bit less. Okay, we got the message.
reading books, you
And
missed
reading
this.
books, yeah, of course,
Yes.
of course.
And
Yeah. Okay,
So
so who's
My
next?
question, I can go because my question was is always quite similar to the one that you thought. I'll modify it a little bit. So, Harald, three questions. If you, going back, if you were after medical school, would you become a dermatologist again? Second question, if you were after after residency, would you deal with skin cancer again and not another field of dermatology? Third question, what are you gonna do when you eventually stop being a dermatologist?
excellent. So I became a dermatologist by chance, so I didn't plan it, and I was open to other specialties too. So it just happened. So sometimes you have to just grab the right moment and a door opens and you have to go through it. So would I do it again? It depends. So this is also my advice to others. If a door opens and the door doesn't say dermatology, but it's another door that is great, just go through it, whether it's dermatology or something else. You have to take the opportunity, and I just took the opportunity. Of course, there are some who have a long history of dermatologists in the family that's different for them. For example, Chappie, yes. But they are to pity because they don't have a door open. Somebody opened the door for them and they have to go through that door, which is a kind of it sucks sometimes. Not always, but sometimes it sucks. So the question is, after residency, also dermato-oncology was the thing I didn't plan. They just said to me, do it. Yeah. The guy said, do it, and I did it. If it had been immunology, I would do immunology right now. So, but wherever I put my thoughts into it, I try to find it interesting. So, and what will I do when I retire? For sure, I will not go to congresses. If I if you find me at a congress, then I'll just quote here Luc Thomas, then shoot me immediately, or just pretend that you're not knowing me, and I will do something else. But I know that there's a person here who will become a wine connoisseur or something. I will not do that. Of course, I will play my guitar, read books, and I will enjoy the rest of my life. And I hope it will be at least worthwhile to have spent 20 more years on the planet or so, if my destiny is it. If not, it's also fine with me. I had a good ride.
Great, great, great.
When we're talking that Harold is the philosopher, he's the philosopher, like literally. I love your answers. But the thing is that my question was very similar to Emilia's as well. how did you decide to become dermatologist and dermato-oncologist? So I will go with a different question, and I will go with, what is the name of your dog?
Coco.
Coco.
She's
Coco.
currently outside and she's quiet, but because she has been fed. So she's named after Coco Chanel because she has this kind of fur that looks like hair. And so her name is Coco.
Once it comes
Maybe
back,
she
please.
visits us in.
Yes, please bring her. Please bring her online.
Nisa.
And I just wonder, have you ever performed Botox or cosmetic dermatology, Harald?
Never,
Never.
never. And I don't do a lot of surgery because my talent is more vision and not manually. So everybody has to know his or her talents. So I won't do that. Not because I because I avoid it because I can't do it well. And I only like to do things that I can do well. Of course, you have to start, but let's say the urge to start it and to learn it well is not so great with me, not so big. But everybody's different.
But
This is great.
you didn't perform any Botox on yourself anymore?
Of course he did. I know he did. I know.
No, but I had a breast implant recently.
And it
No,
looks
I did
great.
not. No, I always, well, do you think I need it? No, I just.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, 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 no.
But I have a hair transplant. I admit that now here openly. So, and I have a wig also because I'm often asked. And yes,
Wonderful, wonderful. But we have also a question, Sebi. Did we get some questions from the audience for Harald?
Yeah, of course. Prof,
Yes.
which is your favorite sport?
Your favorite sport?
my favorite sports to watch or to do by myself.
Both.
Both.
To do by yourself.
Uh, I'm an Austrian, so I love to ski.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. I love to ski.
yeah,
And what I love to watch is a great soccer game, to be honest.
yeah, yeah.
Likewise, we have the same. We share the same sports.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Just an extra one because I like it from the audience. Where are you gonna live later? Because people probably want to come and find you. So you can give a false answer if you like. Where are you gonna live? Mountains or city?
Well, although I like skiing and I'm from Austria, I hate mountains. I don't enjoy it.
Okay,
No,
so
it's
you're gonna
like
ski on the
like
seaside.
like a Greece hating the sea. No, I don't hate it, but I don't like to be there. So it's cold and it's hot. So I love to be at the sea. I don't like to be on the sea, but like to watch the sea. So let's see if it turns out to be the sea. Maybe I go to Greece or to Italy or to Turkey
Yeah,
when I'm retired, but
yeah,
somewhere with a sea.
I was
yeah.
actually thinking that, Emilius, we need to start looking for a house for Hal to come to move to Greece.
Okay, now, okay, let's close it like this because there is a very popular show in Italy which is called Belve, Beasts, basically. And the first question always is the following, but this will be our last question. What kind of animal do you feel to be?
A dog.
A dog. Okay.
So I'm interested in dogs because I have one, but of course it's a kind of common answer. But this is the animal I can relate to, and it happens that I want to be my dog because she's like say I would say she's very much treated like a princess, and I wanted to be treated like a princess once in my life, yeah, by my wife.
But you are a princess, Harold. Like
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in our
No,
hearts,
I
you are.
mean, he doesn't look like a princess, by the way.
He can identify
Not,
anyhow
not
he
your
wants.
idea of princess, eh? He's not your idea of princess. Guys, we have really many questions in the chat, but we cannot take them because otherwise we will spend the
Yeah,
entire episode,
yeah, of
which
course,
could
of
be an
course.
idea.
There are
But
many questions. Yeah,
we
favorite
have in mind
song.
speak also about something related to dermoscopy. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we,
But
if we
easily
want-
we could do an episode just talking about life and things
just
like
talking
that.
about
Easy,
Harald.
easy.
Yeah.
Philosophy.
Yeah.
Any
So,
question?
so we invited Harald also
But
because
there is such a nice question by Pascal saying, Harald, at what age did you stop aging?
To be honest, at 12, mentally.
so no, at 12 you were already like this. It could be very funny, you know.
No, no, 12, but 25, I would guess. So there is a famous saying, the youth is wasted to the youth. You know what it means? When you're young, you're at your strongest, but you're at your most stupid.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, and when I go back, when I became less stupid, I was starting to get old, and this is a tragedy. Yeah. So don't waste your time with your stupid years. Try
Yeah.
to grow up as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
this is a very nice way to finish the interview. Very nice. Yeah. Try not to be stupid for a long time.
Yes.
Well,
So,
okay, okay.
Let's move
So
on. Let's move on, guys.
let's move on. Let's move on. I will take only 10 minutes to summarize the topic of the episode. We will start, and also this is the reason why we liked to invite Harald as well for this episode, because we will speak about who is who. So we will speak about classification of melanocytic tumors. In fact, we were asking our question of the week was, do you believe there is a biologic gray zone in melanocytic tumors? And the great majority responded yes. The only very few said no, and a significant number also replied not sure. But certainly the great majority responded yes. And certainly, let me share for a moment this PowerPoint. Certainly, the WHO of let's say the organization which is in charge uh, to classify to classify cancers in general, but also skin tumors in particular. This is the so-called Blue Book, which is kind of Bible for the pathologists. They strongly believe that there is a biologic gray zone in the middle between a nevus and a melanoma. The story starts with a complication. The complication is that nowadays the WHO decided that there are not anymore 4 main types of melanoma, but there are 9 distinct subtypes of melanoma. I don't want to get into the details of the 9 subtypes, but the simplification they decided to bring into the field of classification of melanocytic tumors is the following. And all melanomas for them develop from a pre-existing nevus. Okay? So I repeat, the simplification that they introduce in the last classification of melanocytic tumors is that all melanomas develop from a pre-existing nevus. Okay? So basically, they subdivide the various types of melanocytic tumors in 4 classes. Okay, we don't speak about class 3 and class 4 that you can see here, because these are clear-cut melanomas. Class 3 is thin melanoma and class 4 is thick melanoma. Okay, so here it's easy, we don't have to speak about it. Let's speak about class 1 and class 2. Class 1 is a kind of low-grade melanocytic tumor. They say very low risk for continued proliferation and progression to invasive melanoma. For these lesions, we don't need any further treatment. And examples of this kind of class 1 tumors are common nevi, no atypia, congenital nevi, no atypia, atypical dysplastic nevi, low-grade atypia, and common blue nevus. Okay, until here, nothing is complicated. Everything seems to be very clear. But a little bit, the problem starts with class 2, melanocytic tumors. These are defined as low risk for progression to invasive melanoma. What does it mean, low risk? Low risk means that 1 out of 100 of these lesions eventually will progress into melanoma, which is, by the way, quite a lot. And they suggest to re-excise with margins less than 1 centimeter, those kind of lesions. Which are the lesions included in class 2? Atypical dysplastic nevi, high grade, okay? Spitz nevus of any kind, okay? Cellular blue nevus, the poor guy, I don't know why the cellular blue nevus is included here. Plexiform or deep penetrating nevus, lentigo maligna, and melanoma in situ, all together. Okay, so basically within the same category, you have a small child, let's say a 7-year-old boy with a classic Spitz nevus on his knee, and a melanoma in situ, lentigo maligna, large like this, on the face of a 75-year-old gentleman. Okay, they belong to the same family. Okay. Now, what they say basically is that all types of melanoma develop from a previous nevus. For example, in the pathway number 1, which is the most common one, they say the previously called superficial spreading melanoma. In order to get a superficial spreading melanoma, one has to get a nevus. So first you have a nevus, common nevus, then this common nevus will eventually progress to become low-grade dysplastic nevus, then high-grade dysplastic nevus / melanoma in situ. It means that they more or less are the same. And finally, eventually this high-grade dysplastic nevus progresses into melanoma on low chronic sun damaged skin. Okay, well, this concept is simple. It's nice, yeah. It's advisable, but my question is, do we see it in the practice? Let me give you a few examples. You know, this is a colleague asking me an opinion about this lesion that he removed from the leg of a 27-year-old girl. This lesion was diagnosed as a high-grade dysplastic nevus. Look at the lesion, 27-year-old girl. On the leg of a 27-year-old girl. Look at the morphology.
Banal.
Okay, I even don't know if I'm going to remove this kind of lesion. Okay, so is this what? A nevus that has a high chance to transform into melanoma, or just a benign nevus, but it's for any reason is ugly for the pathologist, you know? Let me give you a completely different example. This is again a lady, but she is 58. Again, the lesion is located on the leg. Again, the colleague is asking, what should I do? Should I re-excise? Okay, so this is the lesion, a very solitary one. This is the morphology, a kind of an asymmetric lesion with this kind of irregular globules and irregular brown pigmentation. So what is this? Again, this was diagnosed as a high-grade dysplastic nevus. Okay, so is this a nevus that can transform into a melanoma, or it's already a melanoma with bland histopathologic features? So the problem is that the tendency to diagnose dysplastic nevus is very common nowadays, but we don't know if they are really let's say real entities, or it just is a pot where you put things which you are not able to classify correctly. Also, the pathway number 4, which is the pathway of Spitz nevus and Spitz melanoma, is also very interesting, you know. So at the beginning you have a Spitz nevus which will eventually progress into a Spitz melanocytoma, so the X atypical Spitz tumor. Then this will eventually progress into a stump. So it's a spitzoid tumor with uncertain melanocytic potential. And finally, this will develop into a Spitz melanoma. Did you ever see a Spitz nevus developing into melanoma? Ever in your life? No way. Huh? No way. Okay. So we know very well that Spitz nevi, in the great majority of cases, they disappear. Huh? This is the destiny of a Spitz nevus. Okay. They don't progress. They don't progress. We have the problem in Spitz nevi, and we know it as clinicians very well, that a certain amount of Spitz nevi, they mimic melanoma. They resemble melanoma morphologically, but they are just morphologically similar to melanoma, not biologically. And schizophrenically, we also see the opposite, that sometimes melanoma can look like a Spitz. This is a melanoma that looks like a Spitz. Of course, dermoscopically, it's very spitzoid. Clinically, we know that this is a very suspicious lesion because of the clinical context. And by the way, this was diagnosed histologically not as a Spitz melanocytoma, as a Spitz melanoma, a spitzoid melanoma, but as a conventional superficial spreading melanoma. Okay, so these are morphologic problems, not biologic problems. Okay, so in my view, the three facts which are against the transformation theory is the first is that more than 70% of melanomas are found histopathologically, are not found histopathologically in association to a pre-existing nevus. How can this be possible? So if all melanomas, all of them, develop from a pre-existing nevus, how can it be possible that when you excise a melanoma, you don't find a nevus in 70% of cases? Okay, it could be possible, yeah, that their explanation could be yes, because melanoma when develops is canceling in some way, is eating, is destroying the nevus cells, right? And you don't find them anymore. Okay, this is reasonable. But look at this lesion here. This is a tiny lesion of 2 millimeter. Okay, and this lesion clinically is just nothing. But look dermoscopically how ugly it is. And this is the reason why it was excised and it was diagnosed histopathologically as a de novo melanoma. Okay, de novo. Okay, so now where is the nevus? So the nevus cells were already destroyed by this tiny melanoma here? It's hard to believe. The second point, of the minority of melanomas, so less than 30%, found in association to a pre-existing nevus, more than half are associated to a common dermal nevus and not to a dysplastic nevus. Okay? So these are the classical nevus-associated melanomas. Okay, you see a dermal nevus on a side and the melanoma on the other side. Where is the dysplastic nevus here? So we have the common nevus, but where is the dysplastic phase? How can it be possible that this dermal nevus became dysplastic first and then melanoma? I mean, it's so hard to believe from a clinical point of view. And third, the probability of a single nevus to transform into melanoma is exceedingly low, being calculated in the order of 1 out of 200,000 nevi. Okay, so this is very, very low risk. And even in patients with multiple nevi, still melanoma develops most frequently de novo. Okay, so how can it be possible that in a patient like this one, having hundreds of nevi, so this could be the prototype of a patient who will eventually develop nevus-associated melanoma. How can it be possible that when you look at the statistics, most of these patients develop melanoma de novo still? Okay, look at this patient. He has a melanoma. It's number 8. And number 8 is a de novo melanoma. There is no nevus-associated melanoma here. Okay, so all these things speaks for a morphologic problem, not for a biologic problem. So for me, an intermediate lesion is something like this. When there are morphologic intermediate lesions, we put them into a pot in which the great majority of lesions included here are benign, as we saw, for example, the 27-year-old girl lesion on the leg, and sometimes also some melanomas like this one, which was diagnosed as a high-grade dysplastic nevus in a 58-year-old lady. Okay, so in my view, honestly speaking, instead of speaking about three classes connected each other, we should speak about clear-cut malignant melanoma, clear-cut benign nevi, and in the middle, melanocytic tumors with morphologically ambiguous criteria, where the final diagnosis is it can only based on a good clinical pathology correlation. Okay, guys, this is
Great.
the critique we do for we perform to the WHO.
Wonderful. The only problem here is that we have nobody supporting the giving arguments for the opposite opinion.
Mm.
Well,
But
actually, we should invite a pathologist to come online to
yeah.
defend.
Yeah. So we have a few questions, but yeah, I also have prepared something, but let's see if we have time later. For the moment, I would say, Harald, would you like to make a general comment on what JP presented?
Yes, I just want to make you aware of a very recent study in the British Journal of Dermatology from an Australian group where they found BRAF mutated single melanocytes in normal healthy skin, meaning you don't need a nevus to develop a melanoma. So this is a kind of think of a change of the whole concept, and it turns it on the head. So there is a lot of evidence that you don't need a nevus to get a BRAF mutated melanoma because there are single invisible BRAF mutated cells in healthy skin. And this makes sense, doesn't it?
Of course, this is a very nice piece of evidence, Harald. Yeah, I didn't read it. Yeah, very good. But of course, this is the most logical explanation why we get so many de novo melanomas. Yeah.
But Harald, in your opinion, since you know also these people much better, and also you've really gone deep in the pathology and you understand also the concepts much better than us. What's the explanation why they continue to insist to ignore this? I mean, this observation that cannot be doubted, that the majority of melanomas develop de novo. So how can you ignore these big facts?
So I can only say I had a very long discussion, 2 hours, with David Elder, who is the kind of guru for this, WHO classification. I think he leads it. And I asked him the question, how could you ignore that most melanomas don't develop in a nevus? And he said, frankly, oh, we don't ignore that. We know that. We said that. And I told him, well, if you said it, it must be hidden somewhere in the text between the lines because it's not there. And then I hope I don't breach any confidence privileges, but he didn't believe me first, and then he wrote me an email and said, you know what? You are right. We didn't mention that, but we should have. We should have mentioned that most melanomas develop de novo, and we shouldn't have come up only with the pathway concept from nevus to melanoma because this is not the rule. So I think they know it, and my hope is for the next WHO book they will make it clear.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Impressive, because
And
I mean, two very a core message of the of the WHO classification. It's mainly based on the notion that everything is an evolution. So it would be challenging to incorporate the information that most melanomas develop de novo when you present that the pathways necessarily involve an intermediate lesion.
But the problem is that, in essence, and I love the the work that it has done for health in general, but in this specific aspect, The crazy thing is that it doesn't incorporate clinical informations. I do understand why pathologists should make this distinction, but we are the ones that see the patient and we have pictures. Like, leave everything else, leave biology aside, leave anything. We have pictures, many pictures of patients developing adenoma melanoma. There is no pre-existing lesion. This concept of all melanomas developing from a pre-existing lesion is so absurd clinically and biologically that it cannot compute. It's so wrong that, as Harold said, it's no, that's wrong. They need to fix that.
I think that Harald wanted to say something.
No, I
Sorry.
think that it's even if there is no precursor lesion, it's still an evolution. It's only skipping the proliferation phase, meaning that you can have an evolution of mutations. A cell may acquire mutations and it's getting, let's say, it transforms into a malignant cell, but it doesn't need to proliferate during this process. And so for those of you who answered the question, is there a gray zone for melanocytic lesions? The majority answered yes. I would rephrase the questions. Who of you believe that there is a gray zone for basal cell carcinoma? How many of you would believe that? And I
No.
would say the answer would be zero. And why? Because it's also a malignant disease. We don't have a precursor lesion there. Basal cell carcinoma starts as a basal cell carcinoma and there's no precursor lesion. So isn't that strange that for one neoplasm we know that there doesn't exist a transformation with a precursor lesion. For other neoplasm we accept it for granted. This is strange.
Yeah, and Harald,
Yeah.
in my view, but I want to hear your opinion. In my view, the most dangerous practical implication of this new classification is this high-grade dysplastic nevus slash melanoma in situ stuff. You know what I
In
mean?
the same category.
It means that the problem could be, but I want to hear your opinion if you also think like that, that many dermatopathologists will increase their propensity to diagnose intermediate lesions, morphologically intermediate lesions as melanoma in situ, because of course if you call them dysplastic slash melanoma, it's better to call it melanoma because then you are more on the safe side in case of any recurrency, any problems, and so on. So don't you think that this kind of situation puts ourselves in the risk to increase the overdiagnosis problem?
Yes, the answer is yes. But look, there is a tendency now to get rid of the term melanoma in situ and lentigo maligna. There are discussions everywhere because they think that it's overcalling, in the sense calling something a melanoma that will not endanger the patient. And they want to call it something else, melanocytic proliferation of uncertain malignant potential, whatever. But get rid of the word term melanoma. It's very hard to predict what will happen. If this will really diminish overcalling. But I agree there is a risk of overcalling melanomas in situ if you have the category severely dysplastic nevus. But it mainly is important what we do, not how we call it. And what we do is we usually re-excise it. We call it severely dysplastic, and then we treat it like a melanoma in situ, although we don't call it like this.
Yeah, but by the way, they already use the term, Harald. It's already in the classification in some pathways. It's the EAMP, which stands for intraepithelial atypical melanocytic proliferation. That's a way to describe what you say. I mean,
Just give me a sec. I need to open the door, otherwise the
oh,
dog doesn't stop.
Absolutely. But
so
in
they
the
could,
in the
they
in the
could
meantime, let's just read some comments.
yeah, go.
Dimitris Boutas, who is a pathologist actually, it says that it's worth mentioning also that intermediate lesions are not just a pot. There's biology behind intermediate melanocytoma categories. It is not based only on morphology. That is true, but what we're discussing is that it hasn't yet acquired the enrichment of mutations or biologic behavior in order to be called a melanoma. But in essence, this is not a precursor lesion. It has the biologic potential to become something aggressive. So,
Which we don't really know if this is so. We don't really know.
don't we?
No,
I don't
Well,
think so.
no, not at
I don't
all.
think so.
Not at all. For any kind of intermediate lesion, we don't know if they have the potential to become more malignant or if they are just strange, I mean, morphologically atypical, unclassifiable lesions. It's a matter of belief. I mean, if you like to believe in the transformation theory, then you're prone to believe so, but there is no evidence supporting
no.
it.
What I'm saying is that it doesn't have yet, the behavior is the same. It will become that,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't have the morphologic or the mutational
No,
aggregation in
no, no,
order
no. You cannot say it will become an atypical Spitz nevus. You can never say that it's going to become melanoma for sure. No, no way.
leaving spitzoid lesions aside.
Yeah.
Leaving spitzoid
There is a
lesions.
nice question, by the way, in the chat that highlights how confusing is this classification. So it says, so you don't think that melanoma in situ becomes invasive? Because the problem is that if you put together melanoma in situ with melanocytoma, then it means that they are the same thing, which is not precisely the case. I mean, in my understanding, melanocytoma is a strange lesion that we cannot classify based on the tools we have today. And the tools we have today are clinical morphology, dermoscopy morphology, histopathology, immunohistochemistry, and molecular analysis. But using all this, we still cannot classify them. That's melanocytoma. Melanoma in situ is not the same thing. Melanoma in situ is just a very early preliminary stage of a tumor that has, in the majority of the cases, the potential to invade. Some of them slowly, some of them rapidly, but they do have the potential to invade. But if you put them together, you create a huge confusion. So I do think, Teresa, that melanoma in situ, most of melanomas in situ will become invasive if you don't excise them, but we cannot know the speed.
We had a really nice discussion with Zepi yesterday about that. That morphology plays a huge role. So if you see a melanoma in situ, that of course it's above the basal layer, it's on DJ, but it has globules, so it performs nesting. It has streaks, so it grows rapidly. That, in my point of view, I don't have a way to prove it because I would have to follow up melanomas. This has the potential to become invasive. A blunt melanoma in situ only with network with a typical that corresponds to a typical melanocytes and pigment keratinocytes along the ridges in an 80-year-old that will just grow and grow and grow slowly. I Most likely it will have at some point the potential to become invasive, but it will never have clinical importance because on the 80-year-old, other things will kill him before that does.
Very good.
Sebastiano wants to
Sebastiano
tell us
wants
something.
to,
Tell us
to bring us order, to bring order, to bring order.
Yeah.
This course is a great opportunity to learn a lot about dermoscopy.
And the professors have a really good reputation of being great educators and making it interesting.
The two professors combine deep expertise with humor, and that makes the course a little bit special.
They're fantastic. Their interaction is great and they are inspiring. I'm a plastic surgeon, so dermoscopy is a new skill that I've had to learn, and they make it look easier than it is.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do not change, stay the same.
Ah, that was nice. First time I saw it.
Okay. Okay, so
What is next?
time for Emilio. Emilio, you did you get cases from Penelope?
Yes, of course, of course, of
Yes.
course. But so this is where we should go now. Are you sure?
Well, it's 7:50, so
Okay.
I suppose we have to go on.
Yeah, but he has prepared a small presentation.
No,
Let
no, no,
him
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no, no. Forget the presentation. Another time. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh.
Okay, let's
But
go.
why not? Why not, Emilio? Emilio.
No. We are. Come on. We are a bit late, so it's not. So Penelope is here again, of course, of course. But I don't remember, Jeppy.
Yes.
Penelope stepped in not from season 1, correct?
No.
Something like season 2. Yeah.
I think so. Probably season 2.
Yeah. So, first of all, Pascal, thank you so much once again. We are very happy that you are with us also this year with your fantastic cases. I didn't, by the way, have the chance to take a look at them, so I will see them together with you, starting with the one for Nisa, 82-year-old woman, strongly marked African solar past. Consulted for an opinion on stasis dermatitis, but I noticed something else. What is it? That's it. Okay, it's quite evident clinically. Close up, dermoscopy. What is missing?
Oil, gel,
Oil,
Yeah.
a little bit of
alcohol.
gel. Yeah.
Immersion liquid. Okay, now we have the immersion liquid. And, opala. And what's our diagnosis now? In situ melanoma, invasive melanoma, clar nevus, seborrheic keratosis, Bowman's disease, or other. What's our diagnosis, guys?
I would vote for in situ melanoma, but it should be harder, so other.
Other. You don't think melanoma?
I think it's melanoma, but it couldn't be so simple, so it should be other.
Yeah, it should be melanoma, but thinking about Pascal, we should, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's easy.
Right.
It's easy.
Yeah, it is melanoma.
Melanoma. Yeah, it was just the first case of the year, so she wanted to be nice, you know. Okay, so irregular hyperpigmented areas, prominent skin markings, the classic melanoma in situ criteria. Very good. Konstantinos, 61-year-old man, large flat pigmented lesion on the vertex, evolving for several years on the background of actinic keratosis. That's dermoscopy. Okay. And what's our diagnosis? I would say still melanoma.
So, no, I will not go for melanoma. So, I think that the inverse approach is always helpful. Let's go analytically. Do we see enough evidence for actinic keratosis? No. But I feel that this is a solar lentigo, heavily pigmented solar lentigo.
You feel?
Yes, I feel.
The feeling.
No
feelings. No feelings.
No feelings.
LPLK plus solar lentigo.
Yeah.
Guys, you are very optimistic, I would say, today. I mean, hopefully, but okay. Areas of aggregated gray dusty pigmentation, annular granular structures, okay. Diamond-shaped structures, rhomboidal, structureless areas of black pigmentation, obscuring and so on. I guess melanoma, melanoma. You were very, very optimistic.
It's the first episode. We need to be optimistic.
No, but it depends from what you are drinking. It depends from what you are drinking.
So, me with my pneumonia, for me, it was a clear-cut melanoma from the beginning, pessimistic somehow. Okay. For Jeppy, recently developed heavily pigmented lesion with variable symptoms. Oh, that's what I like.
Nice.
This one I like.
Okay. Seborrheic keratosis.
Seborrheic keratosis.
Brava Nisa. Sì.
Seb Biker, Seb Biker.
Tabii
Tabii ki.
Seb Biker.
Sepke.
Okay, must be, yeah, non-polarized. Okay, Seb Biker. Very good. So the milia-like cysts and computer-like openings and network-like structures and everything is fine. For me, then, 78-year-old man, ill-limited irregular pigmented lesion on the left shoulder. So again, it's ugly, but it could be in a melanoma, but
Bowels.
also could be also,
Bowels.
squamous. I mean, bowels.
Bowels.
Yeah. At least based on the vessels. Okay, so that's the differential, I would say. Pigmented bowels or melanoma in sight. Still the same. Still the same. Okay, if we have to select one, what would we select, guys? Let's go for bowels.
Bowels.
Bounds.
Let's go for bowels, yeah.
Bowels. Yeah.
And large brown to gray structureless areas, glomerular vessels. I think that she's trying to describe.
That's just trying to explain it.
Yellow keratotic structures. Yeah, pigmented, very good. Pigmented bowel.
Nice.
Excellent, very nice. And for the nicest of the coordinators, Sebi, come on. I mean, clinically, it's sharp.
BCC.
BCC.
Basal cell.
CCC.
BCC.
Let's see. Is it? Is it?
Easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Mamma mia, Penelope was very kind
Yes,
with
it was very
us.
nice today.
Very
Hey,
kind.
I mean, if I did not see the animations in the slides, I would question
I
that this
think
is the same person.
mixed.
Superficial and nodular. 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Emilios, Pascal, she's following us from the beginning, from the first season.
First season, huh?
Yeah.
It was from the first season. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. So, Pascal, thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank
Can
you.
I,
Look for
can
Pascal,
I,
you are great as always.
but I have also something from our second guest star, third actually, after Harald,
Daria.
Pascal and Daria. Let me show you Daria.
No, but Harold should make the diagnosis right now. Like let's put
Yes.
him on the spot.
What?
Harold
Okay.
should make the diagnosis now.
Okay.
But
But
Harold,
these are,
she is full of surprise.
yes,
Daria.
but
Thank
Daria,
you very much.
you know that Harald, Daria has invented a new type of dermoscopy, which is dynamic dermoscopy.
Okay.
So, for example, here she was selecting 4 pink lesions on the face. Beautiful pictures, by the way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. She's asking our opinion.
So lichen planus,
Um,
then
Lichen planus number 1, 2.
then cutaneous lupus number 3,
Okay, great.
and number 2 looks like a basal cell,
Okay.
and number 4, or it could also be sarcoidosis.
Sarcoidosis, yeah.
Sarcoidosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And number 4, it could be actinic keratosis.
Yeah. Okay. Now I show
number 3,
you
B-cell lymphoma.
which one? Number 3.
Number 3, B-cell lymphoma or pseudolymphoma. Number 2,
Or-
granuloma faciale. Number 4, actinic keratosis. Number 1,
But why, Nisa, why did you go straight away to lymphoma number 3?
because there are a lot of follicular plaques, and we can observe this, especially in follicle center B-cell
Okay.
lymphomas, and
Or
sometimes
also-
pseudolymphomas as well.
Okay. No, but that's very, very interesting because without a clinical perspective, it's very difficult. By the way, so look at the answers. Number 1, this is a dynamic dermoscopy. You see?
That's super.
Lichen planus, correct, Harald. So This is the clinical. Number 2, sarcoidosis.
Yes.
Sarcoidosis.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. And number 3, lymphocytoma. Yeah.
Reactive
Pseudolymphoma.
lymphoid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of light is this. It's oh, this is a blue light. And look at the
Super.
clinical. Yeah. That's why I was asking you, because you immediately went to.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is okay, but I think so, because on the nose it's a different pattern, it's a different color, right? You don't see anymore the red color due to the Cutibacterium, the Cutibacterium, but you see this blue color or green color. Okay, and number 4, by the way, it's discoid lupus.
Now it's clear, yeah.
Yeah. But come on,
Because of the
clinically,
vessels.
let me show you the clinical. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Much easier in this case, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Very good cases. Thank you, Daria. Nice.
Wonderful. Do we have any other videos, Sebastiano?
Yes.
Welcome to the new season of Happy Hour. Pre-Christmas, everybody, and it's time to learn Dermoscopy. The Happy Hour with Christmas magic. We are extremely happy that PhotoFinder is again part of this wonderful Dermoscopy program. Prior to the holiday seasons, we have got some wonderful surprises for you. The PhotoFinder Academy in German, Spanish, and English language. Scan the QR code, register for the PhotoFinder Academy, be live or watch it in the media library. Enjoy the new season, relax, recharge, learn Dermoscopy, and prepare for a big year 2026. To education, Dermoscopy, and to all of you. Give me 5. No magic, just science.
So right.
Fantastic.
Right. Fantastic.
Okay. Do we have anything else, or it's time for the Kahoot?
It's time for the Kahoot, Emilio.
It's time for the
Time for the Kahoot.
Should we? Of course, Harald will stay until the end. You're gonna see the competition. But before this, in any case, we thank you so much, and
Yes.
I wonder if I can take advantage of your kindness and invite you in one more, at least, episode of this season of Happy Hour. Will you?
Will you come, Harald, for
It's
another
me.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to everybody. No, of course. So when is it? Always Sunday.
Yes, it is always Sunday.
So, Harald, so next time we will get more into the deep questions, by the way. If you come.
Okay, I'm prepared. I'm better prepared.
Okay.
I was not prepared now.
Well, you understand that now we finish with these superficial questions. Why did you become a dermatologist? What do you want to do when you grow old? What is your favorite sport? So now we have to go in the more interesting things.
More personal.
More interesting, by the way. Yeah.
No, I'm
Good.
fine.
Good.
I'm not that important to ask me questions like this. I feel like it's
Believe me.
To us, you're very important.
No, not only to us. Not only to us.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Harald. You were very kind to be with us. Thank you so much.
Stay to see the.
And Blandine says that Harold should always join.
We're gonna get there. Okay, can you see the screen? Everything is good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Guys, you know what to do. You know what to do. We want to see some nice nicknames like Bapoma, for example, that I just saw. Coco. There is a player with Who cares?
I think at the end of this season, we have to give a dermatoscope as a gift.
See, somebody saw that Sebastiano changed my name into the boss, and the player said that Jeppy the boss. Jeppy the boss.
By the way, Nisa is right. Maybe we should ask Moha that the winner of the most Kahoots should get a Dermoscope at the end.
At the end, yeah. And we can celebrate this.
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah. I think we can do that.
Yeah. Because it's a great success.
Yeah. Or, we can see. Okay, should we go, guys? I would say yes.
I think so.
We have 200 people already connected, so let's do it. Connected in the Kahoot, I mean. So, we start. First question.
I know that guy.
Is this Vienna?
But yes, it is Vienna.
Other. It was not Jimi Hendrix or Jimmy Page. It was not Chuck Berry. Who was it?
Come on.
Harold Hitler.
Harold Hitler. No, he's a dermatologist. He's not a guitar player. No, you're wrong.
Well, he's a rock star of dermatology.
He's a rock star. Oh my God. Of course, there were no points here. And then here you can see another rock star playing together. Yeah, this image is better so that you can recognize them.
This was in Athens, right? Thessaloniki.
Thessaloniki, yeah.
Vienna or Thessaloniki? Yeah.
Yes. This is not Vienna. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the real cases. Case number 1 on the nose. That's the first case of season 5 in reality. That's dermoscopy. You see how nice I am, like Penelope. I also start with.
You're really nice.
Yeah. Okay, so quiz. Diagnosis. Come on, I was so nice. That's a prototype of how recommended actinic keratosis looks like, as 133 people, of course, found correctly. And now we have in the classification Dermoscopator. Dermoscopator, followed by Tahoma and Aledzp. Okay, which brings us to case number 2. A, B, C, and D. Clinical photographs. Dermatoscopic photographs.
Okay.
And now comes the question. How many of these are atypical phytoid tumors? And the correct answer is only 1.
Really?
Only 1 was atypical.
Pink one.
Don't
Pink
speak.
one.
Don't speak. Don't speak.
Don't speak.
Don't speak, because the next question is gonna be, By the way, Ozzy is in the first place, followed by New Nivus, and I love Dermoscopy Happy Hour. And the next question, of course, is which one of them is the atypical Spitz tumor? Here I expect a big number. Yes, a good number. 72 responded that it's C, which is the correct answer. 75 responded for A, but in fact, you were voting for what? You were voting for Spitz, for a Spitz. You were voting for a Spitzoid lesion, but atypical Spitz tumors almost always, not almost always, but the vast majority are non-pigmented nodules, while this one in A is a pigmented flat, so it's a classic reed nevus. So C is the atypical Spitz tumor. By the way, D is a blue
nevus.
Combined blue.
Blue lesion, blue nevus, and B is a dermal nevus. So what happened here is that Shishi is now in first place, followed by Andra Kali and followed by Adele, which brings us to case number 4 out of 5. So that's the clinical. That is dermoscopy. Okay. Question. That's a poll, no points. What would you do? Nothing, it's benign. Follow up and let's see. Excise, but not urgently. Excise now. We have 45 saying that I would do nothing, it's benign. And then the majority, of course, vote for excise now. What? By the way, since this is a poll, guys, what would you vote here?
Well, it's a SEP-K, but
I would look with polarized, non-polarized, and UV dermatoscopy.
UV, really?
Yeah.
You're trying to avoid the answer? Yeah.
So, this is very nice because we had exactly this discussion yesterday with Zepi, that there is 2 differentials that you need to be aware of. When it's melanoma versus SEP-K, because it will be invasive, one, you need to be very sure that it's SEP-K, otherwise excise now.
Yeah.
Because I don't have non-polarized, I will go with excise now.
No, by the way, this was non-polarized.
Can you go back?
No.
You can.
I cannot. Now I have to go next.
No, you can go.
Yeah, we will see it. So we excised it. Yes, the age diagnosis. Very good. Seborrheic keratosis, but an ugly one, one of the SEP-Ks that I would say it's better. It's much better, even if you believe it's a SEP-K, it's much better to have a confirmation because, I mean, unfortunately, we have seen several verrucous melanomas that are really mimicking a SEP-K. So seborrheic keratosis.
Palpation is very important because seborrheic keratosis is palpable. It's epidermal. So if it is a melanoma, it should be deeper, and you can palpate it deeply.
Yeah. But in general, I would say that for this kind of verrucous SEP-K-like lesions without convincing criteria of seborrheic keratosis, it's so much easier to shave, for example, and have a confirmation anyhow. So Corti is first, followed by Brr and Adele, which brings us to the last one. Again, a panel. Be careful, because I want to ask, my question is a very specific one. So take a careful
Which one
look.
is melanoma?
Take a careful look in these lesions. No, that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, how many lesions are schizoid?
Three.
And bravo, excellent, very good. Only one is schizoid. This is a nice occasion to remind that peripheral globules is not a schizoid feature. Peripheral globules is a feature of a growing lesion, which usually is a growing nevus. So it's not a feature of schizoid lesions. Schizoid means that we have streaks or pseudopods, and streaks and pseudopods are visible only in one of the lesion, which is which one? It's
First one.
lesion A, of course. Lesion A is the schizoid one. The others are growing lesions. By the way, there are all growing nevi. Very good. Let's see now the podium. Third place. Where is the music now? Third place, Neil. Second place, Brrr. And the winner for the first episode of season 5 is Corti.
Bravo, Corti.
Corti, wow. But
very nice.
You were quite nice, by the way. Yeah, let's say.
He was nice.
Yeah, you were.
I was quite nice.
Quite nice, quite nice. Corti, who is Corti? We like to get Corti online on the video.
If we can have Corti of the video.
Doina Tabachila.
Doina Tabachila.
Really? Okay, if you can join us, Doina, it would be a great pleasure.
Yes.
Here
Doina.
Here you are. Congratulations, Doina.
Doina.
We can, if you'd like to open yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, we
Thank you
can
very
hear
much. Thank you, professors. Thank you a lot. I don't know how to say it.
Congratulations, Doina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doina, where are you from?
From Bucharest, from Romania.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Is this the first time that you watch the happy hour?
No, of course not. No. No.
Doina.
Is this the last time that you watch the happy hour?
Of course not. Of course not. Thank you a lot. Thank you. I'm very grateful.
Why your nickname is Corti?
My son has a toy name like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Doina, did you recognize Harald in the first question of the Kahoot?
Yes, I did.
You were there? You were there?
Yes, I was. Yes.
You were there. You were there.
Okay. No, not at the party, at the Congress. No.
Not at the
party. Why weren't you not at the party?
I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, you missed something. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay. I'm sure. Your next chance to see this happening is going to be in 1 year and something from now in Lyon.
In Lyon. I will be there.
Yeah. And I mean, Harald promises that you're going to have a ticket on the first lane.
Thank you.
In front of him, and I think that he will be kind enough to allow you to touch him also.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now let's take a screenshot. Smile.
Yeah.
You are great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Doina, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ragazzi, thank you so much. Thank you.
You are the best. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Guys, so nice to be back.
Harald, thank you again. Thank you again. And we promise we will. We like to get you back quite soon. Thank you. Baci baci ragazzi. See you next Sunday. Baci.
Bye bye.
Baci, abbracci.
Bye, guys. Thank you all very much. Thanks a
Bye-bye.
lot.
you